Hello and welcome to the online classes of Computer Science with Python. This is Renuka and today we are going to discuss about the functions or methods which we use in a list. So in our previous video we learned about list and how we can handle list. In this video we'll learn about various functions like adding and append, insert and extend, how we can insert in a list or extend a list, then sum, count, minimum, maximum functions, how to find element in a list, sort and reverse, deletion from a list with help of various methods, and then clearing of list. So starting from the first, that is adding and appending. Appending means we used to append or add element to the end of the list. So appending means that previous items will be there and we only will add at one or two elements at the end of the list. That is known as appending. For example, the list is containing Mohan chemistry 7890. This is the original list. Then we want to append list dot append 95. So what 95 will be, how appended, it will be added at the end of the list. So when we'll print the new list, it actually appears like this. Like this is the output for the new list. So append means that we can add an element at the end of the list or at the last position of the list. Then comes insert. It is not necessary that every time we want to add an element at the end of the list. Sometimes it happens that we want to add the element at a specified position, and that position can be given with the help of index. As we discussed earlier, that index elements of the list are indexed. For example, this is a list, then index number 0, 1, 2 and 3. So this is how the items are indexed in a list. So if we want to insert at second index the element 95, then the command will be list dot insert 2, 95. 2 means this is the index or this is the place where we want to insert, and this is the required element which we want to add in the list. And the output will be like Mohan chemistry, this is 0, 1 at second index, it will be 95 added, and the earlier element which were at second index, they will not be erased. In fact, they will be shifted towards the next position. So next position 78 now will be at third index and 90 will be at fourth index. So that is not overwriting, it is just inserting an element between the list and pushing other elements towards the right. That is insert. Then comes extend. So extend means add content of one file or one list to end of another. So that is extend, like we are extending the list. So one list contents can be added to another one. So if we say list 1 dot extend list 2, then how the contents will be added? First the contents will be of list 1, that is 1 2 3 like here, and after that list 2 contents will be added. And if we want to add the contents of list 1 at the back of list 2, then our command will be like this, list 2 dot extend list 1. So in that case list 2 elements will come first and at the end list 1 will come. So this is how extended list works. Then sum calculates the sum of all elements of the list. So whatever elements are present, like 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5, that is 15. That is how the elements will be added. But if there is a special case, if the elements in the list are not a numeric value, in that case sum will generate some type error, because strings cannot be added like integers. So in that case there will be error. So for sum to work, the list items should not be string, they should be numeric type, they should not be character or string type. Then count calculates the total occurrences of given elements of a list, like list dot count 1, how many times 1 is present in list. So this is 1 2 3 and 4. So it will give the output 4. Not it is counting all the elements, that will be done with the help of length. So here it is doing that, it is counting the specified occurrence or total occurrence of a given element. Whichever element you are giving in bracket of count, it will count the occurrence of that element in the string. That element can be a character, that element can be a numeric value. So that is the work of count. Then comes length. Length gives the total length of the list. It will count that how many elements are there in the list. In spite of the repetitions also, it will not consider them one, it will consider them a unique element. So here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. So when we'll say length of list, that will be 10. So this is how you can use the length method. Not with list dot length, it can be used like len and in the brackets list. The next is index. It returns the index of first occurrence. First occurrence. For example, I say list dot index 2. So list dot index 2 means the index of element 2. Element 2 is occurring in the given list 2, 3, 4 times here. But it will return only the index of first occurrence, and that is 1. So output will be 1. You can also specify the range, that here we want to check the range or return the occurrence of 2 from 2 to 5 index. So it will check only from 2, 3, 4, from here to here, and it will check whether 2 is present here. Actually 2 is present here, and it will return the index of that occurrence. So index of this 2 is 4, so it will come as 4. So you can specify the range also for finding any element, and without finding any element, if you give the range, then it will give the first occurrence index. Then minimum. If you want to find the minimum of all the elements, you can use minimum. Minimum value will be given. Same is the case here also, that your list must contain some numeric values. Then maximum, to return the maximum of all the elements. So maximum, the largest value from the list will be given. So that is maximum. Then reverse. Reverse means that you want to reverse the contents of the list. So reverse works with the help of sorting also. Sorting means that we are arranging the contents in ascending or descending order, and with sort, if we use reverse, then we can reverse the contents. For example, list is 2.3, 4.453, these are the elements of the list, and if we say list dot sort, and in the bracket we say reverse is equal to true, in that case they will be arranged in descending order. And if we write only list dot sort, in that case they will be in ascending order. So sorting can be used with the help of reverse. So list dot sort, only this much list dot sort will give the elements in ascending order. But if we write list dot sort in the bracket reverse is equal to true, in that case the elements will come in descending order. So this is how we can arrange the elements. Then comes the deletion of list elements. This can be done in many ways with the help of pop function, remove function and del keyword. Now pop function, here we are just taking out the first element from the list. So how we can use, and we can mention the index also. Index also we can mention. So index can be range, or otherwise it can give some error. Index should be in the range. If their range is like up to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we are giving index 6, in that case it will return index error, because we are going out of range. So if we say list dot pop, then it will pop out the last element, so like this. And if we want to pop out some other element, then we can mention the index in the bracket. Next way of deletion is using del. Del can be used like, this is not a function, it is a keyword, so it can be used like del list 0. So del list 0 means element at the index 0 will be deleted. So this is how del works. Now what is the difference between del and pop or remove? First we'll discuss remove, then we'll make clear the difference between all these three. So remove is what? Remove element to be deleted is mentioned using the list. Here you don't need any index number. In fact, you have to mention the element you want to delete. Suppose I want to delete 3. I don't know the index of 3 in the list. So in that case, I'll mention 3 with remove. So list dot remove 3. So it will remove 3, whatever any times, if 3 is occurring 2 or 3 times, the 3 will be deleted. All 3's will be deleted from the list. And when we'll print the list, so here is the list. Now what is the difference if we see between pop? What is pop? Pop will take out one element and it will give you that element for later use. You can store that element, you can copy that element somewhere and you can make use of that element. But del, what del is doing, it is just removing that element from the list. You are not getting that element in return. After deletion, you are not getting that element from the list. It deletes the element from the list but does not return the deleted element. So deleted element is returned if you are using pop. Suppose you are using deleting 2.5 and afterwards you need 2.5. You can use pop and copy that element in some other, with some other name, and later on you can use it. But with del, that element is removed and you cannot copy it somewhere else. It is directly deleted from the list. And remove, it is also removing that element, particular element from the list. If you want to clear all the items, then you can use clear. List dot clear, it will clear all the items. So we can move back and we can try any one or two commands, how you can operate these commands. We will move to Python prompt. This is how Python 3.0 we are using. So this is Python shell, and the first command, okay, we'll check for the index. So this is list L1 is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. These are the 5 elements in our list and we want to check the index of 2. And if I say L1 dot index of suppose 3, so that is 2. So index of 3 here is 2. And similarly, if I want to check the minimum value or maximum value, so I can write minimum of list 1, so that is 1, and maximum of list 1, and that is 5. So like this you can check all the examples given in this video, and this is all about the methods or the functions which we use with list. With the help of this we can generate various programs. In our next video we will generate the programs using list. Thank you very much.